Is Lisburn a good place to live? In 2002, Lisburn was awarded city status, and the city forms part of the Belfast metropolitan area. It is well serviced by primary schools and post-primary schools. The population in Lisburn is expected to increase by 5% by 2021. This city has also been described as a property hotspot. If the population is to increase, that will in turn lead to a greater demand for housing and ultimately will have an impact on prices. It's expected, indeed predicted, that Lisburn's property prices could increase by as much as 16% in the next few years. The appeal and therefore the demand for living in Lisburn is driven largely by its ease of access to Belfast City and the great consumer offering it has in terms of shopping, local entertainment, and also many varied eateries across the city. So how's the Lisburn property market performing? The Northern Ireland House Price Index revealed in Q4 of 2018 that the average price of a property in Lisburn sold was at £169,900. Indeed, semi-detached property sales in Lisburn were the highest for that property type in Northern Ireland, reaching an average price of £176,500. There are an average of 2,400 Google searches each month for the search term houses for sale Lisburn. This compares to 5,400 searches for the search term houses for sale Belfast. And if we look at that in terms of those searches seen as demand versus the available property in each of the locations, there is an average of 5 searches for each available property in Lisburn versus 3 property searches for available properties in Belfast. Whilst overall property availability has to be factored in, this is at least indicative of greater demand for property in Lisburn. So how's the rental market in Lisburn? It remains on the increase. Rental demand in Lisburn is very high, and the area suffers from a lack of new rental stock coming onto the market. A recent property search revealed that there were only 70 available properties to let in Lisburn, and this compared to 1,500 properties available to let in Belfast. When we look at this again in the same way as sales, with demand seen through property searches versus the availability of properties, it reveals that there are on average 25 searches for properties available in Lisburn to rent versus only 4 property searches for Belfast for available property. This indicates that demand for rental property is over 6 times greater in Lisburn than it is in Belfast.